Hello, yes, because of Twitch, we now present a few moments of yodeling. Hello, everybody. Just wanted to say thanks to all of you who continue to donate to the paypal.me One Man Murder Maze Fund. Helps go to pay for our bandwidth and makes us all very happy. So just go to paypal.me/One Man Murder Maze, and if you want to throw us a buck, go ahead. Also, I really thought we were past the days when the audio got a little bit weird, but I think the audio might be a little bit weird on this one, or maybe I'm imagining it, maybe I'm just oversensitive, I don't know, but you know, if you don't have any problem with it, I don't. So hey, enjoy. I can't help but notice there's like something furry in front of the screen there.
I've been invaded. Hey, Pippi.
Yeah?
Pippi. Yeah. Now she's doing a little hunker down thing, like she's literally right below the camera. Tavish is trying to take pictures.
Should we just record around her?
I don't know. Pippi, what do you got to do?
What are you going to do, Pippi? Pippi, it's your call.
It's your call, Pippi.
Pippi!
Here.
Answer me! Pippi! Pippi!
Tell me why, I'm still stuck in this place. All the violence, it's just a one-man murder maze. I reappraise my ways, but my favorite place in a blazing haze. And I'll end my days in this one-man murder maze. Let me rephrase. These are the days in a one-man murder maze. Man murder maze, man murder maze.
Hello, and we're back. We're with those the credits and stuff.
Yeah.
How are you?
My cat has now left me alone for now.
That won't last.
Yeah.
Oh,
How's Bruce? How's your cat?
Bruce has been asleep on on his little Wampa rug. I got a little Wampa rug for Bruce, and
nice.
Anyway, here's the thing: I didn't get it for Bruce, but now that I've got it, it's his favorite place to sleep, and it is the exact same coloring as him. You know, it's all white with a couple like these sort of like grayish taupish horns, which he has these. He's all white with these grayish taupish ears. So yeah, Bruce is asleep on his Wampa. I don't know if he's gonna wake up at all during this show.
Right.
So let's hope so. Keep our fingers crossed. Keep Bruce calm.
Keep Bruce calm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to One Man Murder Maze. Ricky, how would you describe this podcast, show, Twitch experience
I
on
would
multi-platform?
say that it is it's a surrealist comedy show. You got a little cloud button.
I do. It's a little Mario cloud. It's my pin.
That's cute. Yeah.
I try to change the pin every week now, but I know that's not going to last. I'm going to run out of pins.
Yeah.
So,
You have to buy all the pins in the world.
I will buy every pin mankind has made. And
you'll have to switch to Zelda or something.
Yeah, I already did. Like last week, I had the little heart there, which is kind of a Zelda reference.
That's
or
true.
2 weeks ago, whatever it was.
Yeah, a million years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a surrealist comedy podcast, D&D game set in my own little universe, not in the regular D&D universe, but in my world of Fey Opion, which is a weird dream infused world. And you have gone into your character, Horkhauser, a druid, has gone into a maze that is not your regular D&D spitting acid, shooting darts out of the walls kind of maze, but it's more of a collection of dreams that you are sort of falling through one after another.
Yeah, I have to return a sacred artifact to actually a restaurant in a museum, but it's a sacred restaurant, a sacred museum. And the thing is, I've been, once inside the museum, I realized that the museum itself is a museum of dreams, that the planet itself is dreaming.
Right.
And I've been trying to get out of that. Last time, here's what happened. So I was stuck in basically a jungle that's inside a bottle inside the maze. And I fell down through a trapdoor by the evil banana peel.
If
you're just tuning in, this is going to sound very weird.
Yeah. Or maybe normal.
Maybe this is your life. While down there, I went through these tunnels and I found a talking sword and a head webbed to the wall and a headless body. And basically, I had to restore the head of Grimtankerous, who I was told to find, to its body, and it was being guarded by a giant, horrible mound of flesh, screaming mound of flesh, who we discovered later was actually a nice guy who had been turned into a hideous mound of flesh. He'd been one of the sort of like local guard type people. But I returned the head to the body. Of Grimtankerous. Grimtankerous now says he will what's the word? He starts playing his magical drum and says he's going to get me out of this place. Mm-hmm. So, and we're going to get out of here, and then we're going to go, and I'm going to return the plate to the...
And you're going to be happy. Everything's going to be good for you then.
Oh, I'm never going to be happy. All right.
Horkhauser must be happy when he has like a sandwich or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know what we forgot to do last episode?
What?
First time we ever forgot. We didn't do any Gygax facts.
Oh, we didn't have a chance to do Gygax facts.
We forgot to do. We were so involved.
Didn't do any Gygax facts.
It was such an involving episode.
No.
We forgot to make fun of Gary Gygax.
I know.
Yeah.
It's done in the most reverent way, though. So
it does. We love Gary Gygax.
I do have a drink, though. Let me put on the drink. The drink lights.
Sure. Yeah, do that.
No, it's not going to work. It's broken.
Right.
Nothing works anymore.
All right.
We're in COVID times, and Trump is president. Nothing works.
I know.
All right, there we go. Green light.
Okay.
So I'm drinking now. I'm drinking the Moscow Mule. And nice. It's kind of a lazy choice, honestly. Like, everybody drinks Moscow Mules. They're kind of simple to make. So it's basically, if you make it technically, it's about 1.5 ounces of vodka, 4 ounces of ginger beer. Don't use ginger ale, use ginger beer. And then about an eighth of an ounce of lime juice. Coat it all together. Technically, you're supposed to do it in a copper mug. I don't have a copper mug. I have a tin mug, though, that I got free from High West Whiskey, who is not sponsoring our show, but could. And, you just sort of put it in a glass with ice. It's not something you shake really heavy, and it's garnished with a lime. It's really nice. It's delightful.
Nice.
Yeah, but not a very exotic or complicated cocktail. So.
I've been to Moscow. True story. I've been to Moscow. Yeah? I don't remember anybody drinking these.
That's because, honest, do you want to know the truth about the Moscow Mule?
Right.
It's not that interesting. Well, it's just funny. Moscow Mule was actually a drink that, like a lot of drinks of the 20th century, was completely made up as a marketing ploy by a guy who was importing vodka, and his brother-in-law, who had a copper mug company. Oh. So basically, the reason it's usually still in the copper mug, and they went and promoted this, is like because no one was buying vodka. I guess maybe it was a Cold War thing, and so they sort of promoted the Moscow Mule as this beverage, and it sort of started to get a little life of its own. Oh. And these two basically corporate masters developed something that took the country by storm, which often is the case. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have any alcohol at all when I was in Moscow, which I guess I was supposed to have vodka while I was there, wasn't I?
You were.
About it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I failed that.
All the vodka is bugged by the KGB.
I did have. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. No. I did have a strange soda that was what do you call that process you put beer through? Malted. It was like a malted drink of some kind that tasted kind of like garbage, but also interesting.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Tasting.
Yeah, you're like, you feel like you drink it and you go,
So it tasted like interesting garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like garbage, but not enough to really know for sure if it was made from garbage.
Yeah.
Would you say? Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get too far, by the way, Bruce is up. And he's at my feet. Yeah, he hasn't started screaming yet, but it's just a matter of time.
Oh.
Yeah. Hi, Bruce. He's under the table.
Both he and Pippi woke up at the same time.
Yeah, I guess
they don't even know each other.
Yeah, it's universal cat thing. They just know.
Maybe it's cat hour.
It is
the cat hour.
Yeah, they're crepuscular, as they say, which means that they are at their most active in sort of the dawn hours and closer to the dusk hours. So, and the rest of the time,
I can confirm that with my cat. My cat is 17 and she sleeps all day except for at 7 a.m. when she suddenly wakes up and screams and wants me to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Damn cat. Are we ready to play this game?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or we can just talk about cats. I don't know.
No. Let me turn off the cocktail lighting.
All right.
Which is still not going to work. I forgot to turn on. We forgot Guyback facts. I forgot to turn on the combat lighting when we were in combat last time.
We were just really involved. We were involved. In that episode.
Huge.
There was stuff happening. There was mystery. There was intrigue
on our part. So.
I was going to tell a story about the time that Gygax stuffed a giant pumpkin in his mouth just so he could see if he could swallow it.
That's a good time,
He did swallow it.
Yeah. Was it at the first Gen Con that he did that? Or am I thinking of something else? This is like at a Halloween maze.
Yeah, Halloween maze, which was weirdly enough designed to look like a Gen Con.
Oh, that's scary. That's the scariest Halloween maze you can.
Yeah, it was very scary.
Like you wander down the wrong hall and there's like a guy like in like a gamer's suit like who wants to tell you about his character. You know?
Sure, yeah.
Like, oh, it's a level 12 elf, but he's a drow, but he's a good drow. And you're like, no!
One room was just a guy who wanted to tell you about Thor.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Knew everything about Thor.
Oh.
And that was a scary room, I tell you.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, Pippi's back. Oh.
Okay.
Pippi's back on the table.
Yep.
Hi, Pippi.
Hi, Pippi. All right.
She's gone off camera, though.
So when last we left, Grimtankerous started drumming, which in theory is going to take me to another part of the galaxy, or another part of going to get me outside of this bottle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, yeah. So what happens is, Tavish just struggles to take Pippi away without knocking over the camera.
No dice.
So what happens next? Family, leave me alone! I only have a wife and a tiny cat. Tiny one, my wife's even tinier than my cat. It's bizarre. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, tiny cat, tinier wife.
Not asking questions.
I put them both on one on each shoulder.
Yeah, I'm not.
We go shopping that way.
Not going down that line of inquiry.
Right.
Not going to ask how that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, he beats the drum. He plays this strange rhythm that, after a while, starts to reverberate and sounds like somebody just turned up the reverb in some sort of slow dive. Some sort of like you're listening to, some radio station that only plays the Cocteau Twins.
Okay. That's good. At least it's like late 80s, early 90s alternative.
Oh, yeah.
I was really concerned it was going to be like an Aerosmith vibe.
No, not Phil Collins, not Aerosmith.
All right, good.
More,
good.
More in dream poppy sort of drums going on there.
480 records from the early 90s.
Totally, sure, totally 480. Yeah.
Okay.
And not any of that bad 480.
No.
Yeah, but the good stuff.
Yeah. So Cocteau Twins starts getting reverb.
Cocteau Twins, Throwing Muses.
That was good stuff.
Yeah, some Lush later on.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Not so much. Dead Can Dance doesn't matter. Not so much.
I like Dead Can Dance.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Yeah.
They're a little Ren Fairy. They're a little. They can be a little Ren. They can border on kind of Ren Fairy. But
we got Lisa Gerrard. You got the guy that sounds like Frank Sinatra. It's perfect for me.
Yeah. All right. No.
You don't know where you are.
No, you don't. And it's great.
Am I in a bazaar? Am I in a bazaar that's in a jazz club in Vegas? I don't know where I am.
All right. And Grimtankerous, by the way, looks like kind of like a gothy Herman Munster, which sounds like a redundancy, but
we'll lean more towards Lurch from the
so
Madams
like Marilyn
family.
Manson meets Lurch, sort of like goth industrial.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. He's very tall. You're not sure if he's a human or an elf, because one ear is kind of elfy and the other ear is kind of human. There are definitely some sunken features like an elf, but he is very tall. In this world, elves aren't very tall.
Yeah.
Humans are taller than elves in this one, but this guy is very tall. He's about 6'8", something like that.
Oh wow, that's a tall.
And thin and wrapped up in this sort of leathery attire.
Does he make cookies?
He might. We're gonna find out here.
We're gonna find out. All right. Sorry, don't want to jump ahead of us.
He makes his magic sword Extala vanish again, and he plays the drum, and this reverb starts, and you see the cave-like place with the glowing mushrooms and trees vanish, and replaced by, you can see the world fading in after this jump. You can see almost like one of those Starfield type things happening from 2001: A Space Odyssey, but it starts like just as it's starting up, it fades and scatters, and you see yourself now standing on the deck of a ship.
Oh wow!
You are standing on what looks like a galley, a very large ship. The sky is red. You've never seen a sky like this before, ever. You're not sure where you are in the world, but the sky is bright red. And while you're staring at the ship, and it's a very large ship. I'd say it's about 100 feet. It's a 100-footer. That's a pretty good sized ship. The deck also has a sort of red wood hue to it. There are some sails above, but they are not open. The ship seems to be dead in the water. Grimtankerous is standing next to you. He has stopped playing the drum. And the thing that captures you the most, though, besides the red sky, the ocean laid out before and behind you, which is also has a reddish hue. The thing that really strikes you about this scenery is that in front of the ship, way in the distance, sinking into the horizon, is a black star that is massive. It's like it's hard to look into it. This giant black orb that is sitting on the horizon looks like if Jupiter just came way too close to the Earth and sunk into the sea.
Oh wow!
And the ship is pointed that direction.
By black star, you definitely mean like celestial body, not like five-pointed geometric thing.
No, like a celestial body, a big giant black orb that when you look in the distance, it would be from here. It's like the size of your arm, your forearm. So big in the distance. Takes up a large part of the sky.
I want everyone to take a moment to visualize this. So giant, like flame red skies and a giant black star. And we're standing on a ship that seems to be not moving. The sails are down. Right. There's no wind.
Yeah. When you turn to look at Grimtankerous, you'd see behind him, behind the ship, where the bow, which part's the back?
Stern.
Where the stern. Yeah. And the stern has that classic captain's, galley on the back, sort of thing going for it. Behind the ship, you see a white star, way in the distance, smaller than the black star ahead of you. But that's behind the ship.
Oh wow!
And then Grimtankerous just sort of casually walks over to the bow of the ship and takes out a telescope that is lying nearby. And just examines the distance.
I sort of walk up to Grimtankerous, and by the way, if I seem to be looking towards the ground, it's because Bruce is now demanding attention. But
is he trying to get on the table?
No, he's not. He doesn't care enough. He's not like Pippi, who's out.
Pippi's rude. She just gets on a table.
Yeah. But not to ruin this moment.
Puts her little starfish butthole right on my kitchen table.
Not to ruin this moment. Too late.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Too late. What did I say about not ruining this moment? Well, guess what? There's a starfish butthole on the table. Here we were on the deck of a ship with crimson red skies, and behind us, a bright white star sinking into the horizon, and before us a massive black orb rising from the thing, and we're like it's transcendent, and it's like nothing you've ever seen. It's just like your imagination writ large, and it's just like a foreign. And then there's a cat's butthole on a table. So all right.
You think this is hard to describe? Try writing this stuff while a cat butthole's right here. You're like, I will be so goth in this scene. And here comes the butthole. Yeah, that's what it's like to write in this household.
Yeah, all right, okay. You sure that like the butthole doesn't remind you of a giant black star setting over the,
I may have gotten my ideas from somewhere.
All right. Well, okay. So moving on.
Here comes the black star again.
Yeah. All right, so moving on. Horkhauser leads to Grimtankerous, and he says, "Where are we?"
And he puts down he examines the distance with the telescope. What is it? Spyglass. With the spyglass, he puts it down after a bit and says, "There's an island with a wishing well not too far from here. I can take you there. We are on the Sea of Val Egrid, and this is where I live.
You live on this boat or on the sea?
Says, I go, and he points towards the black star in the distance, towards the within, where I will face my destiny and defeat my enemy. And then I will be released from here, and I will finally have a soul.
That's deep. I have to return a plate, and then I'm released.
Where are you taking this plate?
I pull the plate out of the bag of tractors, and I show it to him, and I say, it needs to go to the restaurant inside... What's the name of this place again? I always forget the name. Inside Mahu Mahu.
Oh, the Undertower Museum.
The Undertower. I need to take this to Mahu Mahu inside the Undertower Museum. Not as cool as where you're going, I'm afraid.
He just thinks for a second, says, I will explain the nature of the ship on which you stand, Ross Requiem.
Thank you.
This ship travels the sea, this sea that exists between dimensions, but is locked with Feopion. So that if I travel a mile here, I travel a mile at Feopion.
Interesting.
When I leave the ship stops. When I return, and he points to the ground, and you can see, since you're standing at the bow, you can now see some of the sides of the ship. If you look over the side, you can see these ghostly oars now come out the side of the ship, sort of shimmering blue and green, and dip into the water, and then you can see it start to move forward again with these ghostly oars.
No wind in the sails, though?
No wind in the sails. The sails are still not poofy.
Well, I say, what is that black star on the horizon where you are bound for?
I serve Spesarissa, the unicorn. That is her enemy. I will defeat her enemy, and I will be granted a soul. That is all I know.
Well, that's pretty good. Good for you. That's
Thank you.
Yeah, my best.
This place is mostly safe. Sometimes the demons come, but we can fight them. Are you strong? You seem to be strong.
Yeah, I'm strong-ish. Haven't really had to fight any demons, but yeah, good. That would be great. We can do that. Ricky, real quick. So when I take the long rest, when I go into that, when I smoke the pipe, go into the place, take the long rest.
Yeah.
The same amount of time passes in the real world as passes here.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like I can just sort of do that now and pop right back. I'm sort of stuck on the ship.
Yeah.
No rest for the Horkhauser.
I mean, it does seem to return you to wherever you were last. I don't know. You haven't been in a moving location yet. You've only been stationary, so I don't know if, like, when you return, if you'll be in the ocean or if you'll be on the deck of the ship.
Yeah, not gonna risk it.
Okay.
All right. No. All right. So okay. In the event that we should have to fight a demon or something, I may need to ask if someone on this ship has a healing potion, because
I have many healing potions. I cannot be healed by spells. I can only be healed by healing potions.
Why is that?
Because I have no... He stops for a second. I have no soul.
Don't say that. I can tell by looking at you. You have a lot of soul.
I am a construct.
Interesting. Who constructed you?
And he just sort of doesn't answer.
Okay.
And he goes back to examining the distance of the spyglass. And he says, and he points to the distance and says, in about a day, we should come upon an island. And on that island, there will probably be another wishing well. Okay. You can take a wish there. I could take you back with my drum, but this drum takes me back to Feopion. You want to be inside the maze?
Yeah.
Is that true? The maze does not exist in Feopion. The maze is its own pocket dimension of dreams and nightmares.
Where?
If I play the drum, I will take you back to a location that corresponds to someplace in Theopion. But I will not be able to take you back into the maze. You would have to then enter back into Theopion.
No, I will try to. Let us move forward, Grimtankerous. We'll move forward towards your destination. Oh, there's another bot. Okay.
If I take you to one of those wishing wells, you can ask for a favor, and perhaps it will take you to the restaurant.
That sounds like the best plan I've heard all day.
Right.
Let's do it. Okay.
How are you with riddles?
Fair.
Good. And then he doesn't say anything else. He just goes back to examining existence.
All right. Since I'm going to have a whole day, I'm going to ask if I can look around the ship and maybe find a place to take a long rest.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So
seems like a nice ship. Cool ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go down into the ship, into the bowels of the vessel, and it seems like everything is made of this newish looking cherry wood.
The bowels. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's right. That's what you hear when you go down inside. It's like
the bowels.
Yeah, where did Barry White come from? This is the ship's voice.
I just look around and like Barry White's just sitting in a big leather red wingback chair with a microphone.
The real captain of the ship.
Right. And I just say, Barry White, what are you doing here? And he just looks at me and goes, you know what I'm doing here. And I go, I guess I do. And it's the last conversation we have. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you fade back into reality. You're like, it's Barry White.
Why am I... gosh. Weird stuff keeps... Anyway, moving on. Check the ship.
All this just jumping around in different universes is having an effect on you.
Yeah.
So, you go down into the ship, and what you discover is that the first level is fairly normal. There's the captain's cabin at the back of the ship where you suppose Grimtankerous sleeps. There's nothing really much in there except a bed and a dresser.
Right.
A table and a chair. He seems to be a very, very spare sort of fellow.
I guess he doesn't have a soul, so,
Yeah. Then there are some cabins that are open and available that don't have anything but a bed and like a place to poop, that sort of thing, like a latrine or something.
In some cabins, they're the same.
Yeah. There you do find a storage locker with food that has been stocked.
Okay.
There's some like regular food, rice, potatoes, dried meat, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And then
Fritos.
Some Fritos, some Cheetos,
Doritos, Fritos, Cheetos, Doritos.
He only likes the hot Cheetos.
Yeah, I like those, but they start to burn.
Yeah. That's a flame. Yeah.
The red stuff gets on your fingers.
Well, he can't feel it. He doesn't have a soul.
Right, whatevs. Yeah. Okay.
But the next level down, this is where the oarsmen are, and the oarsmen are all spirits. They are sort of like, they look kind of like the aliens at the end of Close Encounters of the Third Kind, just spindly, strange creatures with large eyes, but they're transparent and they're just rowing, not paying attention to anything but rowing. Sometimes when the light hits them, you can see a sort of skeleton in the middle of that ghostly apparition. But otherwise, it's
is it a big-headed skeleton with big eye sockets?
Big-headed skeleton, yeah. And they're just rowing. They don't seem to notice anything except what they're there to do.
All right. Well, I leave well enough alone. Unless it is is Richard Dreyfuss down there?
He could be in one of the if you in one of the cupboards. Maybe they've stored him in there.
Yeah, leave well enough alone. I'm going to leave well enough alone. It's, you don't let a sleeping Dreyfuss lie.
Sure, yeah.
What did Red Franklin say about the Dreyfuss in the cupboard? Either way, is it? I don't remember the quote exactly, but it's you don't jostle the Dreyfuss in the cupboard.
Sure. There's also Schrodinger's Dreyfuss. If you don't open the cupboard, he could be in there. He could not be in there. You don't know.
Schrodinger's Dreyfuss. Who knows?
He's both at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How many people listening to this podcast have no idea who Richard Dreyfuss is or what Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the movie, was?
Well, now's your chance, because each of you has a tiny computer, either in your hand or in front of you, and you just type it into Google, and it magically tells you things.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Lazy fuckers. So anyway.
Yeah.
So, all right.
As a kid, I had to get on my bicycle and go down to the library.
Yeah, and they didn't have anything good there. They never had anything good at the local library.
No, they had some good stuff.
At your
That's where
place?
I saw. Oh, yeah.
I
They had a copy machine.
Well, okay, yeah, 10 cents a copy.
10 cents a copy. I would go through all the art books, and I would copy as much stuff as I could, and then take that home and put it inside my scrapbook.
Well,
that was my
really
internet.
cool. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's cool.
I'm an old man. I'm a very old man. Yeah.
Yeah. We had a library. They didn't have, like, a lot of cool stuff there, you know. There's a lot of... But all the books had that little, like, plastic cover over the regular cover. You remember those? Like when they had the hard covers, they'd wrap it in that weird
people
little...
don't sweat on them?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But one of the first times I played... no, it wasn't the first time I played Dungeons & Dragons, but early it was at the library. They would have, like, Dungeons & Dragons games at the library, and there was this, like, college dude who decided he wanted to run Dungeons and Dragons, and I was probably in like junior high or something at that point. And like he was very cool to us. Like we were like, hey, here's like an older guy who's not my dad and not old enough to be an authority figure, but he's actually
and
talking
he just wants
to
to feed us to demons and dragons.
Yeah, it was cool. It was super cool. Anyway, so no Dreyfuss. We're moving on. We're getting up. I'm getting out of there. Yeah. And I'm gonna find a cabin.
All right.
I don't like, as I'm walking around, like find anything completely horrible, like a room full of like chained up souls being tortured or anything like that.
No, the place just seems kind of empty.
Yeah.
But for, the ghosts in the basement, some of the rooms have like some artifacts in them, but they don't seem like very interesting artifacts. Like there's a vase in one, there's, and most of the things are just like if there's a ceramic vase, it's painted black.
Right.
And
the Museum of Boring Artifacts.
Yeah. It's just red and black everywhere in this place.
This is a magical fork of infinite pasta. How's the pasta? Not very good. All right. Yeah. So, okay. I'm going to find a cabin. I'm going to take a long rest so I can get my spells back. I can get my hit points. I can use a couple of hit dice, get my hit points back.
When you find a cabin, the reason why you find the cabin in particular that you do find is because the door is open and there is a plate with food laid out, some dried meat and potatoes cooked. It looks like Grimtankerous has left you dinner.
Oh, that was nice of him.
Yeah.
What a cool Herman Munster he is.
Yeah.
Or Lurch.
That's what you got to do. Yeah.
All right.
He knows what he's doing.
So, take the rest. Oh, wait a minute. I'm about to go to bed, aren't I?
What? You see, he looks like you're sleepy, right?
I'm getting into bed. Okay, before I go to bed. Because this is when the cursed horse comes.
What?
Yes, I know what happens now. No, I know what happens now. The cursed horse is going to come and curse me again.
Sleepy man, you should go to sleep.
No. All right. No. I look into the bag of tractors, bag of holding tractor holding, and I take out the taxidermied horse head, and then I pull the stuffing out of it. I pull all the stuffing out of it, all right? And I settle into bed, but then I put the horse head over my own head like a mask, all right? And if I have to cut tiny little eye slits with my knife, I will. But I just put the horse head over my head, so the next thing that comes in this room, either magically or through the door, is going to see in bed a horse. Okay? All right. This is what's going to happen now. All right. So the cursed horse is coming, but I'm ready for him. I'm going to confuse him. I don't know what he's going to do, but now he's going to come and there's going to be a horse in this bed. Okay, great.
So you're lying there in bed, you're drifting off to sleep.
Yep.
And as your eyes get heavy, as things get quiet, the door opens and Grimtankerous walks in with some towels. Like, I thought you would. He just puts them down and he closes the door.
Not explaining a word. Not saying a word. Doesn't matter. Letting it happen. First of all, bullshit. Grimtankerous doesn't have towels. All right, but number two.
Yes, he has towels.
No.
They're black. They're black
Not
towels.
saying a word.
Red
Okay.
monogram with a G.
He doesn't have a soul. What does he want monogram towels for fuck's sake?
Everybody's got their thing.
All right, fine. All right, not saying a word. He could knock. He should know that.
Now he knows. Now he knows.
Apparently.
He's not used to having company.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
He doesn't know these kinds of things. He doesn't have a soul.
No, he doesn't. So I sit there waiting as I slowly drift off to sleep.
As your eyes close, as you start to feel that sweet slumber take over your body, suddenly from under the bed, this ghostly green smoke-like apparition starts to rise up and forms into the shape of a horse's head.
Uh-huh.
The horse imperiously looks down at you and goes, stops, looks around, and vanishes.
Yes! Ha ha! It's the small victories. It's the small victories.
This time.
No!
Usually you get the
and the
Not
curse.
This time.
Now he's just confused.
This time he vanishes with just a sort of So
victory! It's a small win for Horkhauser.
Yeah.
It's not a big win. It's a small win. But he'll take all the wins he can get. And he drifts off to sleep with a giant horse head on his head, just thinking, hey, not bad.
I defeated a horse.
I confused a horse.
I confused a horse.
I confused a ghost horse and lived to confuse a ghost horse another day.
Those are the kind of victories you want.
Yes!
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you get your 8 hours.
Okay.
Maybe you wake up once to take a leak or something. But
right.
otherwise...
Out the window?
Yeah. Out the window, yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, sure. All right, cool. All right.
What are portholes for? They're called portholes. Yeah.
Yeah, which is almost begging to be peed out of. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do with those? So you wake up the next day, and you're like, oh, why is everything dark? Oh, I have a horse's head on me.
Yeah. Take the horse head off.
Yeah. And
kiss the horse head on the lips and put it back in the bag.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So things are quiet. You can tell that the ship is still moving forward. Sort of doing that forward rocking motion. Mm-hmm. But you don't hear any commotions or anything. Everything seems to be going at a quiet pace.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what would you like to do?
Oh, I have to do something now.
Yeah, well, it's up to you. You can just
okay. Well, I'm gonna go up to the deck, see if anyone is there. See if Grimtankerous is on deck.
Mm-hmm. Okay. When you get up on deck, Grimtankerous is there. His sword is out, and it is he has like a little stand he puts it on. Okay. It's laying on its side, still sort of glowing silver and white. He has a chair that he's sitting in next to it. It looks like he's been having a conversation with the sword. Mm-hmm. And then he gets up and he sees you, and he makes the sword vanish again. And says, "Did you sleep well?"
This time, yes.
Sort of like he wants to ask you about the horse head, but doesn't. It's just like says, "The island approaches.
Excellent.
We should be there in the next, it counts, 10 hours. But we must prepare ourselves, for there may be a guardian."
How should we prepare ourselves, and how can I help?
Have you any defensive spells against demons?
Any defensive spells against demons? Well, let me look this up. Well, not specifically. Mm-hmm. I have, I've got the usual generic defensive spells. I've got Thunder Wave. It's more offensive. I have Wind Wall. Cure Wounds, Charm Person. meld into stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no specifically pass without trace. Oh, locate object. I have lesser restoration. I forgot that. Maybe I could have used that on that big pile of flesh, but he would have died anyway, so never mind.
You would have burnt away.
Yeah, I mean, screw
You could
him.
use it on your own face, though.
Yeah, but it turns out the sword did it for free, so that's cool.
Yeah. Hey.
Thank you, sword. I have to be. I say, such a nice sword, such a kind sword. I say, yeah. I have a fair. I am but a humble druid, and most of my spells are, either designed to attack or designed to heal. Occasionally, some are designed to, gain knowledge. But on the whole, I'm not a cleric. I have nothing specific to defend against demons.
He just sort of shrugs and says, "Good enough."
All right. The other thing is, between you and me, Ricky, I don't have a magical weapon at all. Nope. Still never got one.
Never got one of those, huh?
No, I did not.
You have a magical mirror.
Yeah, where's my magic mirror? Mirror of invisibility. I have a mirror that can turn me invisible.
Yeah.
Which maybe I should have used to get Grimtankerous out of the pile of flesh, but I totally forgot I forgot I had it.
Yeah, you never used you have a ring that lets you identify magic spells.
Yeah,
magic items.
That would be great if I'd found a magic item that I could identify, but I found Bupkiss.
You have a mirror
that turns me invisible. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't know what its extent of its powers are. You haven't used identify on it.
Oh, I thought it just turned people. All right. Well, in these 10 hours, I'm going to use the ring.
I don't know why I'm helping you.
Well, because I don't know why you're helping me either. Tell you the truth.
I've met dungeon masters who would just laugh at the failures of their players, watch them crumble and turn to puppies.
I think I've been pretty successful given my limitations. Thank you.
Right. Oh.
And first of all, I foiled the ghost horse. Number 1.
True. Yeah, that is pretty good. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Number 2.
He'll never be back again.
There is no number 2. Well, I can just wear the damn mask again until he did. I don't know if he figures it out. Once he figures it out, I'm on to the next thing. So, all right. So I'll use the ring of identify on my magic mirror that turns me invisible.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, not like I've had time to do that before now. Falling through holes that banana peels open under my feet.
Oh yeah. That happens though. People are usually prepared for banana peels.
By people, you mean who exactly?
Oh, me.
Oh,
because I write it.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna send you a file.
Okay. While you're doing that, maybe it's time for some Gygax facts.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, did you know the time that Gary Gygax appeared on Hollywood Squares?
What? No.
Mm-hmm. Well, to be fair, it never aired. However, but here's the thing. He was underneath Paul Lynde. You know how Paul Lynde's in the center square? Yeah, I mean, back in the day, back when there was Hollywood Squares and back when there was Paul Lynde.
Squares.
Or squares. There are no squares anymore. There's no Hollywood anymore, and there's no TV or
There's
Paul.
Really nothing anymore.
Anyone named Lynde. It's all gone.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. But back in that day, Gary Gygax was the guest on Hollywood Squares. Everyone thought it'd be a great idea. And Gary Gygax for the block. People thought great. This is like 79, something like that. Well, so here's the thing. Gygax is easily spooked under certain circumstances, right? And so Paul Lynde it's just he taps his feet, blah blah blah. He's just his fun, right? He's a comedian, he's a performer, entertainer. Perhaps started, on the stage, and he's right above Gary Gygax, and when it's not his turn, just the tapping starts. Gygax is down there, and it's just the tapping, da da da, and he knows it's Paul Lynde, and it's just
he can tell by the giant testicles.
Yeah, by
which are just right there.
Lynde's swinging nuts.
Yeah, just like a rat.
And just so anyway, so he's hearing it, and it's just like magnifying in his head.
The tapping or the testicles?
The tapping and the testicles, I couldn't tell you. how he was doing with testicles. But, you know, it just, and it gets louder. It's like out of an Edgar Allan Poe story. It's the telltale heart going bum, 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 bum. And that's the thing. Every time, it's not Paul Wentz. He's tapping. And so it's like, you know, someone says, you know, I don't know, Charo for the block, you know, and then Paul Ince starts doing the thing, and he's right above Gygax, right? He's right above Gygax, and it's starting to like give him flashbacks to a war he's never been in, right? He wasn't in Nam, he wasn't anything, but that sound.
He wasn't even the Love Boat, so he doesn't know who Charo is.
No, he doesn't know anything. He's just he's Gary fucking Gygax. His whole life is like orcs and swords and like ends of wars, and so
now Charo.
Now, exactly. And it's getting louder and louder in his head, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just growing. And just as he's about to get called on, right? And so someone says, "All right, Gary Gygax for the block." Did you? Oh, by the way, have you found the thing?
I did. Yeah, I'm just paying attention to your story.
Yeah.
I sent it to you. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, let's go.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. So I have this attachment. I've got a mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, Busby Berby's Mirror Magnificent. Oh, I love Busby Berby, famous entertainer in this.
You sit down while Grimtankerous goes back to viewing the distance with his spyglass, and occasionally talking to his sword whenever he summons it. You sit down and you cast a ritual spell using your ring in front of the mirror, and this is the information it gives you.
All right, so Busby Berby's Mirror Magnificent is a small, silvery, rococo hand mirror that turns invisible whoever is holding it. This lasts as long as the user is keeping their own face visible in the mirror. So you have to keep looking at your own face to be invisible.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to raise a question here.
Right.
The minute I turn invisible, I can no longer see my own face.
You can still see your face.
Okay. All right. So I gotta say, like, I turn invisible. I look in the mirror. Turn invisible. Now I'm invisible. I can't see my face anymore. So I turn visible again. But now I can see my face. So I turn invisible. But now I can't see my face. So I turn visible again.
Yeah. Sometimes, Busby Berby realized that was a problem as he was building this device. So he fixed it. And what you see is actually, you're invisible in your heart. And plus, when you look in the mirror, you look semi-transparent to yourself.
All right. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
So you know it's active.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I hold the mirror in a way that holds the user up to 5 creatures, it will turn the closest 5 creatures into mirror images of the user. Oh, that's weird. That's cool. So they become mirror me. The mirror images portion of the spell is considered to be a concentration spell. That makes sense. So if any of the creatures without a range of the mirror or the user's concentration will be broken, and the user's mirror images will revert back to their true forms, but the user's invisibility will remain as long as the user is looking to the mirror. This is very cool.
Right.
The mirror image portion of the spell will return once the targeted creatures are back in range again. The spell has the same illusion rules as the spell Disguise Self. Okay. The mirror images portion of the spell works 5 times and recharges at dawn. Invisibility for the user is unlimited unless the 5 charges for the mirror images portion is spent, in which case invisibility will be possible until the next dawn. Got it. If the room is crowded with creatures entering and exiting the scene, 5 charges will be spent for every 5 creatures. All right, now we're getting into sort of the mathematical logistics of it. Right. Okay, the mirror can be used to peek around corners without activating the mirror. When the user is trying to avoid reflected creatures in a crowded room, use dexterity save to succeed in rolling reflecting him. Noisy users in scale mail and plate armor must make stealth checks. Makes sense. Walking with the mirror requires a dexterity check to stay invisible, and the user cannot remain invisible while they are dashing, flying, or traveling over rough terrain. Well, thank you, Busby Berby, the eccentric showman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's lovely.
So that's your spell for the day. Ritual casted stuff.
Excellent. I will make a note that it's now Busby Berby's Mirror of Invisibility.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I've got a Game Master's problem that's just occurred.
Oh, yeah?
My phone is running out of power.
Can you plug it in?
I can, but I'll have to take off the headphones.
Here's what we're going to do.
It's an iPhone, and they're dumb about the one port now.
All right. We can pause this, and then we can come back, and we'll continue recording. How about that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Stop the music, yo. Stop the music, yo. Stop playing music.
I can't remember what we were doing now.
I should wind back the video. But let's just imagine, I'd taken a long rest. I was talking with Grimtankerous. We were on the deck of the ship.
Yeah.
And I
Like
think
he said, there's about 12 hours. He was asking if you could fight demons.
I just checked the mirror. We just gotten the mirror, and so I ran an identify on the mirror.
Yeah.
It's funny because since we stopped recording, a good 3 months have passed. In our lives.
Right.
Yeah. So
that happens in Animal Crossing all the time.
Does it? I should get. I want to get one of them.
Travel. I actually made a TARDIS room in my house for when I cheat in time travel. I go and sit in that room. Yeah, I've got a telephone booth in there and everything. It's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to play Animal Crossing, but then I'd have to buy a Nintendo Switch or whatever it is.
Yeah. Switch,
and I don't want to spend money. I mean, I'm saving the money for the $800 PlayStation 5.
Sure, yeah, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Like,
only
guys,
$800.
Like, no, I'm not spending $800 on your game system.
It's a lot of money for some video games.
And I could just get
You could get a whole lot of Uno sets for that.
A Frick Box 12 for that.
Oh,
no, I mean...
Oh, I heard the Frick Box is pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's good, and it's reasonably priced. So
there are no games for it.
No, but it's a great bargain. So anyway, Senor Frickbox. We're on the deck. I just checked out my thing. Yeah. And if your face moves, it's only because I'm resizing the window in the video. And so don't do that or do that. I don't care.
Okay.
Totally with you. All right. So okay. I've identified the mirror. We've been on the deck of the ship. He said there's a good 12 hours, 10 hours before we reach our destination.
12 hours before we reach this island that has a wishing whale on it.
I'm totally, I'm ready to tiddlywinks. Horkhauser will meditate. I assume that he has no way of, even if he could contact Loveless, he doesn't want to.
You have had no messages from Loveless since you've been in this dimension.
Yeah, maybe out of touch, which actually makes me very happy. Is there like a galley on this ship? Could I just maybe cook some good Horkhauser? Maybe
there is a galley. Yeah,
cook up some nice stuff. Maybe there's some little chicken and vegetables, maybe some potatoes.
Yeah, he does have a pretty good larder. It's not amazing, but it's standard stuff.
Does he eat anything? Does Grimtankerous eat, or is this?
He does. He does eat. Yeah, he does eat, but very little.
All right. Well, I'm
a big eater.
I'm gonna cook something up. For two of us, maybe.
And he doesn't seem to touch the vegetables. He doesn't seem to any vegetables you put in. He did include vegetables in his larder, strangely enough, but he doesn't seem to take to them.
Yeah. So. Do you like rice?
Rice seems to be okay.
All right, it's a grain. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and then maybe make some small talk. Learn what I can about him and his life. There's nothing to learn. No. All right. Yeah.
He doesn't seem to know much. He just talks about that there was a battle, a battlefield, and then I was all my friends.
You were all
he raises his arm.
Oh.
This was the hand of Svetlana, and this was the hand of Tomlin.
He's been.
And then he's
put together from all parts of all other. Excuse me. Yeah. Parts of all other people.
Yeah.
That's either cool or horrifying. I don't know which.
So
I don't say
the
that.
mind, what you said, the mind was the mind of a sorcerer, but that sorcerer has moved on, and now I am just. And he just sort of fades away again. It's he reaches certain moments, he's gonna cry or something, and then
that's the end. Okay, well, let's not hassle him.
Yeah.
Can the sword tell me anything about the restaurant
he does have the sword out, and the sword just mentions that but you were saved by Svesarissa, and she will give you your soul. You will have a new soul for this body. And he says, yes.
I'm starting to feel like Grimtankerous' story is more compelling than mine.
He's definitely got some woe. He's got some pathos going for him.
Yeah. Which Horkhauser is just annoyed.
There's no real pathos in your story,
So, let's just, we'll kill some time as we get towards this island. And then let's just flash forward to the island, I guess.
Yeah. So you're talking and you're having, lunch out on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems to be enjoying himself. He avoids certain subjects. And the sword, which he has out for whatever reason, is talking too. It seems like he has the sword out a lot of times.
Okay.
Wherever he sends it, but whenever he wants to have a conversation, that seems to be his only true partner for talking. But while you're in the middle of this conversation, having lunch, suddenly the ship starts to rock a little.
Uh-oh.
And he stands up. He immediately stands up and says, "They're early." And then, at the bow of the ship, or at the front of the ship, you see the ocean begin to boil, just bubbling and boiling. And he immediately just charges up to the front of the ship with his sword out.
This is combat, isn't it?
And watches as 9 black obsidian pillars rise slowly from the sea in front of the ship. Just rising slowly. And they stop at about the same level as the deck of the ship. And they're about 150, 200 feet away from the ship. The ship has actually stopped rowing too. It's like,
okay.
And these pillars have risen, and you looking at the pillars, see these little lights flicker on each one. Just 9 pillars, 9 lights, and Grimtankerous walks as far as he can to the end of the ship and peers at and stares, and he looks to you and says, "Do you see anything on those pillars?"
I walk to the front of the ship, and I look closely. I don't know if I need a perception check, but I do see the blinking lights. I see the blinking lights.
"I see no lights. I can never defeat these ones. I hate these puzzles."
It's a puzzle.
Yeah.
All right.
Something he's encountered before.
It's not combat.
Well, you're not rolling initiative. What you're seeing is these pillars. You see these lights. He can't see them for some reason.
All right, hang on while I turn off the combat light for a moment. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. We're back. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So he studies them for a second and says, "I can never do anything about these except go around them. And that is problematic for me."
Well, I can see lights here. Will that help? Can I help you?
"Pick a pillar and I will bring you to it."
Well, what's the first closest pillar?
So it's basically like a tic-tac-toe board. There's 3, 3, and 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the nearest corner pillar.
Okay. That would be the lower right. So he basically, when you say that, he casts a spell under his breath and says, "Hold on." And he takes you up under his arm and he leaps the whole distance, casting some sort of fly spell.
Okay.
You see the wind whirling around him, and then he drops with you. And as he drops, you land just fine.
Yeah.
He is blasted backwards into the ocean. Just lands. And then when you land on the pillar, that fire, which you now notice is a campfire on top of this pillar, flames up, and an imp appears. And goes, "Ah!" Now you can roll initiative.
Oh, hang on. Combat lights. Okay. All right. Okay, roll initiative. Do I get advantage because I'm so handsome? All right, never mind.
This will be straight roll.
Okay, 18.
Okay, he got 14, so you go.
Ha! Eat it, suck it, dick. Well, first thing I have a feeling I'm going to need this. My first act is going to be to change into star form.
Okay, your first shape change.
First change of the day.
Yep, first shape change of the day.
Yep, and okay, so I'm in star form now, and I guess that's a whole action, right? That's not a half action.
It is a whole action. Yeah,
all right,
change.
All right,
yeah.
So I'm gonna stay in star form, and I don't really have a bonus action. I mean, I suppose I could ready a spell, but I won't be able to do anything until next round. So,
Okay.
I guess that's it. Unless I've got a spell I can use as a bonus action. I think.
So it's this little red, looks like he's got like a bull skull type head, little red horns, red body, wings. He's flying about you, and he's got a tail too with a poison stinger on it, and he's gonna try and sting you. So
that's not nice.
He gets a +5 to hit. He rolled a 12.
It's a real
17.
big move. 17. Oh,
Yeah.
my armor class is 16.
Okay, so he stung you, and he gets 1d4 plus 3. 1d4 plus 3.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
3 plus 3 is 6. 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And now, what about the poison? Do.
Do I get a saving
plus I have to roll 3d6 poison damage.
3d6?
Yes, that's the bad part.
What?
Yeah.
I don't get a saving throw?
Not being hit is your saving throw.
Oh, for crying out loud.
You will get so the target will make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw upon being stung. Taking the poison damage on a failed save, so you will take all of this damage if you fail. So I'm going to roll the damage. You roll your Constitution.
All right. No, I got an 8. Okay,
so you took 10. That really hurt. This little bastard just rose up. You're like, aha, star form. And this goes, just stabs you in the gut.
All right, well, he sucks.
Just looking in your eyes.
All right, he sucks. So here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I have 2 third level spell. Hang on. Guiding Bolt. Okay, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt as a second level spell.
Okay.
So that will, I guess I get a +7 to hit.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll that. 14.
That hits.
Yay!
Go ahead and roll damage.
And I roll 5d6.
5d6, okay.
Yep. 10 and 18.
You evaporate him.
Good.
He just blows away as dust. Like he stabs you in the gut with that. He's like, ha! And you just grab him by his horns, go just to dust.
Guiding bolt him straight through his skull. Yeah.
So you're like,
suck it, pal.
And then after that happens, the square. Okay, so you landed in the right corner square.
Mm-hmm.
The square and the lower. You're in the lower right square.
Yeah.
Lower right pillar.
Okay.
This the pillar in the middle, lower middle pillar, stays empty, but the one across from it, the lower left square, another demon pops up. Another little imp pops up in that empty square. Goes and then explodes, and that pillar now is on fire. You can't step on it at all. Your pillar is safe.
Okay. This just feels like tic-tac-toe. Oh, no! All right. So, is there any way to get... How far apart are the pillars? Can I leap to the pillars?
As you're thinking about that, Grimtankerous flies back up, wet, lands. Now seems to be able to land on this pillar. Now that you've defeated it.
Okay.
Says, I could toss you.
I say, here's what you're going to do. Yes, that would be great. Toss me to the center pillar.
Okay. All right. He just grabs you. Says, he's like, okay. I'm gonna roll for his next. Oh, you rolled a 20.
Oh.
He just landed you perfectly. You're like, ta-da!
Yes. I pirouette on the side there. All right.
Okay. And the second you land, that fire flames up, and here comes another imp. So go ahead and roll initiative.
Initiative? All right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Imp rolled a 2.
Oh, good. I rolled a 19.
Okay.
So I'm going way before this imp.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do Excuse me. I'm going to do Thunder. I'm going to do Guiding Bolt again.
Okay.
This time in the as a first level spell, which means
Okay.
I'll have one less d6, and so and I get a +7 to hit. So
Okay.
here we go. Ooh, I rolled a natural 23.
Jeez. Okay. Roll damage.
All right, so that'll be 46. Come on, big money, big money, big money. Okay, that's 13 plus 16.
16. Okay. Another evaporation.
Yeah.
He like pops up. He's like, ah! And you don't even give him a chance. You just.
Dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So his little ashes blow away.
Okay.
Grimtankerous now lands next to you,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see the upper left corner. A demon, an imp appears, explodes.
Okay.
That is now on fire.
So I've done bottom left and
Bottom
center,
left.
and now bottom right.
I'm sorry. You've done bottom right and center.
Oh.
They've done bottom left and top left.
Oh. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to do what I assume is like the 9 o'clock square, which in order to block them. So yeah, I'm gonna do the 9 o'clock.
So the middle. Okay.
Yeah. So it'll be middle left to block
Okay.
the thing.
Yeah.
So I have Grimtankerous tosses me, I assume.
Yeah.
Actually, wait a minute. Before he
Yeah.
does that, I am going to cast a Cure Wounds on myself because I assume that not like the clock is ticking.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Clear Wounds. And I'm going to cast Clear Danes on myself.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I know, right? And that's 1d8 plus 4.
Okay.
Excuse me. 9. I heal 9 points.
Excellent. Okay. So you only took what, 6 points? No, you took 10.
I was down to 22. So now
Ooh,
for 9,
okay.
I'm back up to 31.
Okay, good. Yeah, you feel a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
You still have like a little, scar where the thing got you in the belly, but you're good now.
Yes.
Tell Sammy I said hi.
You can tell. Yes, she's over there. Hello. Yes.
I know the Sammy eyes.
Yeah, she's in the living room and waving at me.
Okay.
Yep.
Sitting there like a James Bond villain with Bruce.
With Bruce. Yes, exactly. Like Blofeld holding Bruce on her lap.
Okay.
Saying, yeah.
So you went there. You exploded that guy. Oh no, you haven't gone there yet.
I haven't gone there yet. So now I'm going to go to that one. I'm going to block them in sort of the middle left now.
Okay. So he's going to toss you. And he's doing good. Did 15 plus 3, 18. So yeah, again, not exactly this the total pirouette, but like a pretty good, like a little skid.
Yep.
Not bad.
Yeah. Not bad.
Once again, the fire explodes. Up comes an imp. Roll initiative.
All right.
7.
16.
Okay, go.
All right. Well, as long as my luck's holding up, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at first level.
Uh-huh.
And here we go. Okay, 15.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
Explodes again.
Hits him. All right, so
Yes.
do I roll damage or should we just say he explodes?
No, actually, sorry, I thought that was the damage. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, no, that was me hitting him. Oh, the damage is only 11.
They only have 10 points of damage.
Okay,
So,
yay, he
yeah.
explodes.
Oof. Doesn't totally turn to ashes time, but this one sort of crumples and just withers.
Okay.
Falls like a little hot sausage over the side of the pillar.
Hey, I got a
the
question. How come
Yeah.
I got to earn my spaces, but they just can get them automatically?
Oh, because they're jerks. They're imps. This
All
is
right.
their board.
All right,
Yeah, they're
fine.
cheating.
Okay,
Yeah, demons cheat. Yeah.
fine. Whatevs.
So,
Dicks.
basically, they now explode on the middle right. So
Right.
blocking you.
This is going to be a stalemate. You realize this, right?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
So you've got upper, middle, right, upper, and lower middle.
I've got the center. I've got
What-
lower
And what's available to you right now is upper, middle, upper right, and lower middle. You have taken left, middle, center, and right, lower.
So the way I'm visualizing this board right now, there's no way I'm going to win. I can only stalemate this because if I pick anything that's going to, in theory, and there's no way they can win either. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to pick upper middle. So at least then they will not be able to maybe get, 3 in a row across the top.
Ooh, upper middle.
So Grimtankerous goes, throw me, throw me.
He got a 13 plus 3, 16.
All right.
So more of us this time you skid almost way to the edge.
Sideways. Okay.
Yeah, but you didn't fall off. So
all right. Okay.
Yeah. Again, Demon pops up, Imp pops up, and he rolls a 6 initiative.
Come on, big money. Oh, phew! I rolled a 8. I rolled a 8 initiative.
Okay, you go.
Good. All right, I am going to now. My spells are slowing down, but I'm going to cast second level guiding bolt on this piece of shit. Oh, I only got a 10.
Okay. Sorry. I was looking at something else. His armor class is 10.
So that hits.
I'm sorry, his armor class is 13. No, you missed him.
Sorry,
I was looking at his hit points. So, for the first time, this sort of dodges to the side of him. And then he goes for the sting. And rolls an 11.
Miss.
Plus 5.
16.
16.
That's my armor class, yeah.
Okay, so he got you. So now he's going to... I need you to roll your constitution.
No. Yes. Okay. Ooh, I did good. I got an 18.
Okay, so you take 7 points from the actual stab.
Okay.
And then from the poison, you take... from the poison, 3d6. From the poison, you take 2, 4, 6, 3 points more from the poison.
So what was it?
Six altogether. Yeah, 3 from...
3 from the thing, 6 altogether. Okay, so
yeah.
I'm at 25.
Yeah.
Ow.
So this one got you in the shoulder.
All right, so it is my turn, though.
Yes.
Okay. Good question. Okay, I am going to cast... Okay, I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
As a 3rd level spell. And the thing is, I don't roll to hit. He has to make a Constitution saving throw of 15. He has to beat 15.
He rolled a 1!
Yay!
He is blown off the pillar
and
vanishes into the sea.
Takes 4d8 on at the time.
Oh, Jesus.
Hang on. And that's 9. So he takes like 15 points of damage.
Yeah, he explodes on the way down, and his ashes fall into the sea. So he stabs you, he's like, ah! And you just go, oh, and you stomp your foot and blow him away.
Yeah. Don't fuck with the Hauser.
Okay, so the last one pops up in the corner. So there's one corner left, and that's the upper right corner.
Right.
Is the only thing left.
And I take that, and it's just gonna stalemate, right?
Right.
All right. Well, I say, all right, toss me.
All
God,
right,
if we have to do this again, we're in big trouble.
Yeah. And he rolled a 13 plus 3, 16. So yeah, again, you're like, almost skid off the side.
Okay.
And little demon boy pops up, and so roll initiative. You got an 8.
Good. I got a 19.
Okay. So go ahead.
What should I do? I mean, I don't have a decent sword. That's the problem. Like, I'm burning out all of my spell points. That's what scares me. I'm just doing a little thing here. Like I've got a plain old scimitar, but it does 1d6 plus 3, which means the maximum I'm doing is 9. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I am going to... I got one thing at every level. We're going to cast... I'm just going to cast... Oh, they're imps. They're probably fire resistant, I'm guessing. Here's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to whip out my mirror and turn invisible.
Okay.
Just to be a dick. That's the only...
Now, the interesting thing about the mirror is, I think if you catch them in the mirror too, the imp turns into you.
Yeah, but he won't know it, right? Will he
won't know
attack
it,
himself?
Yeah. So there's like a little, you could see it, but he can't. There's a little you floating in the air right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. You don't get like as a druid. Druids don't get like surprise attack the way like assassins do, that sort of thing, right?
Anybody gets surprise attack. It's just that like thieves get like a super bonus on it.
Okay.
You're now invisible.
Oh my god! Sorry, I realize I have a +5 to initiative. I haven't lost initiative yet, but yeah, I realize I've been misrolling my initiative this entire time.
Great,
which is fine. But either way, okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to draw my scimitar, and I'm going to sort of walk around, sort of sneak around behind him, and when I do, I'm going to drop the mirror and just attack him from behind.
Okay. I'll let you roll advantage on that since you're invisible.
Okay. All right. So, and I get a. Actually, I got a +6 to hit for whatever reason. Oh, nice. Okay, so I got a dirty 20. So I hit him, I assume.
Yeah.
But
I roll damage?
Yeah, I only roll 1d6 plus 3, so I'm going to have to, go at him twice. Oh, God, only 4 points. Oh, no. Okay.
Okay, but he didn't like it. He, stabbed him, you went, vertical down the middle. And he's like, ah! His little blood going everywhere.
Okay.
So now he's going to... he turns invisible.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not gonna, and I assume the thing doesn't change. I don't suddenly
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's your turn. His invisibility actually spends his turn.
Oh, okay. Hey, I just realized I also have the ability when in star form to cast Guiding Bolt without using a spell slot.
Oh.
I can use a spell slot. I can do that, but this
just gives you more power.
Yeah, I thought I was out of juice, but it turns out no.
Yeah.
Well. Okay, while he's invisible,
yes,
I'm gonna slap on the funny nose and glasses that I got at the drugstore.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stand over at the edge of the thing, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm just going, oh, what is this place? And I make really obvious, just I don't even know what this place is. Is anyone here? What happened to the other guy who was here?
Well, he succeeded his intelligence roll, so he's going to stab you. He reappears and tries to sting you, but he rolled a 1. So he appears and he reappears and he's going to stab you, but then he looks at your face and he's like, huh? And misses. So he's really caught off guard.
Aha! Well, I'm gonna take the opportunity to I'm gonna do a guiding bolt at him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll the die that's been nice to me, not the die that's been mean to me. Let's look up what I get. I get a 16.
Okay. Excellent. That hits.
Okay, now I get to roll dice for damage. 6 and 4. 10. He's dead.
Okay. His head flies clean off his shoulders.
Ha! Murder, death.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job.
How important was this square? Circle gets the square.
So that explodes. Go, and now you've got, and then Grimtankerous lands next to you. There's a rumble from beneath the sea as the sea begins to boil again.
Okay.
And then ahead of you, the meanest looking winged red demon rises out of the sea and just says in common, "Draw," and flies away. And then the pillars start to sink immediately.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'd say Grimtankerous to him, you saw that, right?
So he shrugs his "Draw."
Yeah. Let's maybe get back to the ship before we sink under the ocean?
He grabs you and flies back to the ship.
Okay.
And where are we at with time? Are we at...
we've been, I don't know, because we had to split this in the middle.
Yeah.
This might not be a bad place for a cliffhanger?
Yeah, you land on the ship, and ahead of you is your strange destination.
Is the demon disappeared?
He's flown off, yeah.
And he just said draw.
He said it was a draw.
Oh,
it was
a draw.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought he was going to be like,
with the demon.
I thought it was like a cowboy thing, like draw. No. And I was going to like draw my sword. And then here's where my head went. I thought maybe the next challenge is like a win, loser, draw. And I have to like draw, it's like Pictionary. I have to draw a picture, you know, of like something he's going to like say like noun.
Or
and
maybe
I'm gonna
you get an imp mask. You get an imp mask, you put it on. He thinks it's a demon. He's like, oh, where'd he go?
Where'd he go? Whoops. Yeah. So, okay. Whoa. So what's going to happen? Yeah, like we're in a sea. They said draw. The pillars have gone, and the island is ahead. And
but behind you, you do see like you're very happy about what's happened here. It's like, oh, this giant demon's gone away. But then Grimtankerous looks up behind the ship, and you see a huge tsunami wave heading towards you. There's your cliffhanger.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Let's make this thing again. Cliffhanger. Okay, so now there's a giant tsunami heading towards the ship and us. Oh my gosh! So what's gonna happen? You'll have to tune in next time for the one-man murder maze.
That's right,
people.
Where I roll all the dice
at once, and I get 1 million. You lose. So hey, everybody, thank you for tuning in for another episode of One Man Murder Maze. We hope you enjoyed the show, and remember, if you enjoyed the show, you can tip us. The Maze Meisters at paypal.me/onemanmurdermaze. We really appreciate it. It helps us pay for our bandwidth. Ricky, do you have anything to promote?
Please go to my Twitter feed, which is Ricky Simons at Twitter. R-I-K-K-I. Spell my name wrong. R-I-K-K-I-S-I-M-O-N-S at Twitter. And you can see links to things like my books, like Rankle Chicken is Three-Legged Cat, to my Cameo feed, things like that, to links to my art.
I should put that shit on my Twitter feed. Links to your Cameo feed.
But, make your pinned thing everything that you're promoting.
Oh wow! That's brilliant. Yeah, my Twitter is at Eric Trueheart. I don't tweet that much lately because it just depresses me. But every so often I'll say something. You know, it's like something awful will happen, and I'll be like, I should say something awful about this thing that like
Twitter loves that.
Yeah, Twitter loves that. But I'm like, I'm just making the world worse if I do that. You know,
I just post jokes in a time of nothing funny.
Yeah. Also, the book, you've heard me promote this 1,000 times, but the medium-sized book of Zim scripts is available on Amazon and BookBaby. So do a little Google search for Eric Trueheart, medium-sized book of Zim scripts. You'll really enjoy it. It's a lot of the scripts I wrote on Zim and the backstories behind them.
Even mentions how you and I met in 1996 before Invader Zim.
Yeah, before Invader Zim. It was weird. And I saw you, and I saw you on video before I even met you.
Yeah, I met you at San Diego Comic-Con in 97.
And I saw you probably in 96 when a friend of mine made a documentary short about you when I was in film school. So
that's right.
I knew who you were before I saw you, and I should have turned and run.
Right.
But I did not. Any closing words?
Help.
I agree. Good night, everybody.
This has been One Man Murder Maze with Ricky Simons and Eric Trueheart. If you enjoyed the show, hey, please tip your Maze Masters for maze maintenance at paypal.me/onemanmurdermaze. Our audio podcast is available on Apple and Stitcher. Our videos are on twitch.tv/OneManMurderMaze and also on YouTube. Just search for One Man Murder Maze. Our website is guess1manmurdermaze.com.